Hello, my friends. Welcome to Impact 360 podcast. My name is Dr. Ayo Adenuga. It's all about communication, leadership, and health. My goal is to equip leaders to achieve impact and to excel in all areas of your life. So, welcome again. Please subscribe, share, and provide your comments as we go on. Dr. Michael Koku is a renowned physician, is a communication expert, a leadership expert in many fields, authors of many books, and I'm honored to invite him to this podcast today.
I want to take this one. Connecting always requires energy.
Yeah.
So if that is what I just said now is an acronym, CARE. Connecting always requires energy. That's CARE. And it's
the acronym master.
Yeah. I've been rightly accused as a chief acronym specialist, and I'm guilty.
I agree.
So because one thing people talk about me, I don't like, not that I'm trying to amplify myself or so, but I'm just letting you know some things. One thing people talk about me is we love your energy and all that. Because the thing is, I want you to realize that life is all about intentionality.
Yes.
Intentionality is key to life. So there's something called intention and there's something called intentionality.
Yeah.
Intention is meaning well. You mean well, but intentionality is doing well.
Yeah.
So there's a difference between meaning well and doing well. So you have to be intentional about energy. So anytime I want to come into a space and all that, hello, how are you doing? Great. It's not the loudness, but the intentionality. It's so important. Yeah. So you need to know connection always requires energy. So let me give you 5 energy observations. So these are the 5 energy observations. The first one is initiate. Initiate. That means go first. Go first.
Yeah.
You have to make the move. So that means that's what the professor did. He go first. He didn't wait for the woman to bring the child to me. It will be absurd for the woman to bring the child to the professor. Please, can you help me to carry this baby? The professor was not paid to carry your baby.
Yeah.
The man is a connector. He went first. So you have to go first. If you're in a networking meeting, don't wait for people to come and meet you.
You go
first. Live where you are. Move around the room. I do that a lot. I'll go to people and say, my name is Michael and I'm your friend. What's your name? I mean, and at times people always feel, let me just help people. Where do I start from? One of the reasons why people, when we get to a strange place, they don't connect it. They don't know how. So let me give you the how to do it.
Yeah.
There's something called an acronym called FORM. You have to fill a form. FORM. Go to them, introduce yourself. Start with F. How's your family? Or what's your occupation? Or what do you do for a living? Then the R is recreation. What do you do out of work? How do you relax?
Yes, how do you relax? What are you passionate about?
Exactly. And the M is your mission.
Your mission.
And just ask people that if you have all the money in the world, how will you change the world?
Yeah.
By the time you start that, you start getting more ideas. So that's how to start. So you have to go first. So the first energy is initiate.
Yeah.
Now, this is how somebody defines initiative. Initiative is like a lighted match to a candle. So you have to initiate. So the second energy observation is clarity.
Yeah.
And what you do in this clarity, there are 3 levels. You have to be clear about yourself. You have to know yourself.
Yeah.
Number 2, you have to know your audience. Number 3, you have to know your content.
Yes.
If you're a speaker, you have to know what you want to speak about. So that you have to have that clarity on those 3 levels.
Yeah.
About yourself, about your audience, and about your subject.
Content, your subject. I like that. And I want to relate it to the 5 levels that you spoke about, because this is now connecting.
Yeah.
The first level is your position. The second level is now the relationship, the permission.
Yeah.
People to like you. So you don't as a leader, you don't wait for people to come to you, even people working in your workplace or people you are leading. And it has given us things, for instance, that number one, you have to be clear about yourself. You have to have that self-confidence of who you are and the value you bring. You have to clear that I want to build that relationship because I want to move to the next level and be able to help that person. And he said you have to know your audience. You have to take time to know the person you are dealing with. And that's where that initiation comes into play. Right? And then what? You have to know your content. What do you want them to do? What are the goals? What do you want to achieve? Even when you're in a conference and you're meeting people, what is your end goal?
Exactly.
So thank you for connecting those things, because everybody have to know that you have to rise beyond the position. Right? You've been employed, you are anywhere, you have to rise, and this is it. So let's go on. The second one is clarity.
And that's it. So that clarity have to be in place. Thank you for that. Then the next one is patience. That's the third energy observation, patience. Now, the word here is slow down. Many people doesn't see patience as a form of energy observation. And when I go to the Maxwell Leadership, which I go twice a year, it takes like 5 minutes or 3 to 5 minutes to get from the all to the lunch or breakfast. But if I'm the one, it will take me 10, 15 minutes.
I know we're there at the IMC.
I mean, you've been there with me. I'm slowing down. Why? I'm connecting with people.
It's so important.
Because when we slow down our pace, we're able to connect with people. When you walk fast, people say, well, and that's what John Maxwell said. He learned from his father, walking slowly through the crowd. And I was recently in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, for a meeting. I was slowing down, asking people questions, connecting with people. You get me? So it's very important to, even the way we talk. If you're a fast talker, you have to learn to slow down, to talk low and slow. That's one of the powerful energy observations.
I love that. And one of the things I also noticed that when people go through the crowd or when they meet people, they have this nervousness. They're afraid of what to say. You have to get over yourself. And that is, you have to get over yourself. You have to okay, even though I'm a quiet person, even though I'm nervous, it's not about me.
Exactly. And that's the cure to that nervousness. The cure to that nervousness. In fact, that will be the next thing I'll talk about now. This is the cure to the next. The next energy observation is the cure to that nervousness, selflessness.
Selflessness. I like that.
Selflessness is focusing on others. Listen, one of the cure for stage fright is others. That's the key. Focus on others. There are 3 kinds of focus. You're either focusing on yourself, on your message, or on your audience. So the only way to overcome, to cure this nervousness is when you do one of those. Focus on others. Connection is all about others. Forget about how you look like. Just focus on others.
How can I help this person?
Exactly. And that's what makes all the difference. Right now, I'm not focusing on me. I'm not focusing. Does my tie look straight? No. I'm focusing on you, the audience.
Your tie looks straight.
I'm focusing on you. And I'm enjoying myself. And I can do this all day because my focus is not on me or what I'm going to talk about. John Maxwell was ready to speak one time. And someone said, what are you thinking about? He has 5 more minutes. Say, I'm thinking about the people. He said, oh, you're not talking about your message? Say, I know what I'm going to preach. I know what I'm going to teach her, but I'm focusing on that. So that is why we call this selflessness. Is when you put others first, you're thinking about how can I serve them? How can I help them? How best can I give this to them? And when you get to the stage, also to the people, you reading the crowd, you looking at them, you seeing how they are receiving it, how you connecting with them. So the next energy observation, which is the last one, is it's also start with X. That one is stamina. Stamina means recharge. The word there is recharge. Because connection always requires energy. You have to find a way to recharge yourself.
True.
Valerie Burton said, rest is not only sleep. Rest is playing, doing something that you love. So one of the way that personally that I like to recharge is I like to watch a very good Christian movie.
Mm-hmm.
I watched a good one yesterday. I mean, it's called Wedding Weekend Part 2.
Oh, wow.
That was 2 hours. It was really good.
Mm.
Even though I need some rest. So I didn't just sleep. I watched that movie. Oh, I did. So you have to find what fills your tank.
Exactly.
Do what you love. If you walk, one of the way that I reward myself incentive is a good Christian movie. I just want to relax with that.
I like that.
It fills me. So find what fills you. Yours might be playing chess or going to the beach, whatever it is. You need to find a way to recharge. So that is one of the connecting principles.
Thank you so much.
For the practices, I'll just take one because of the time. Now, connectors connect on common ground. So common ground is all about finding what you have in common with the people that you are speaking to. And that comes with you knowing some things about them. So you have to find a common ground. You have to find a common ground. And that's what connectors does. So they find a common ground. And one of the common ground that is very important to know is failure. Anytime you share your success with the people, you widen the gap. Anytime you share your failures, you close the gap. Because everyone has failed in one thing or the other before. People can relate with you. So we impact people when we share our struggles, where we have failed. And we impress people when we share our successes. So one of the key common ground is sharing about the mistake you've made before and your failures. And that's one of the ways to close the gap with people. So let's go to the second keys now. We've talked about the first one is effective communication. So the S is strong values.
Strong values. So we did E of ESPN.
Yes.
Okay.
So we're on strong values now. Okay. So one thing I want everybody to get is if your value is something that you will drop when you are tested, it's not a value, it's an hobby. Muhammad Ali says success is all about going from it's success all about reaching your potential without compromising your value. Success is reaching your potential without compromising your value.
Because your values is the principle by which you live with.
Exactly. That's it.
When push comes to shove, what would you absolutely say this I must do?
Exactly. So principles are like compass. They're like your North Star. So values are internalized principles. That's the definition of value. It's a value principle that you have already internalized. Value is not something that you live, LEAVE, when times are tough. Value is something that you live, LIVE. You see the play of word there?
The live and
value,
live.
Real value, strong value is not something that you leave
behind
in crisis. LEAVE is something that you leave. When you leave your value, LIVE, you are unstoppable. It's something that you can compromise on. So you have to find what are your strong values. There's something called value card that we use in the Maxwell Leadership. I use it of recent in a North Georgia leadership retreat. I did it with the leaders to identify their top 5 values. It's so liberating. So you need to find what is your values. And when you take it down to 3 or 5, especially take it to 3, your top 3 values, that becomes the driving engine of your life. So values are your moral compass. And value is not something that you do when times are good. It's something that you do every time.
Every day.
It's something that governs your life. They're like a north compass that determines what you do even before you do it.
What would be the top for effective leadership? We know there's some common values.
Yes.
That people have that it's something that if you look at the top, even 100 or top 10 leaders, these values are things that is common amongst them. Can you give us just
The
three?
most talked about in the most common is integrity.
Integrity.
Yeah, because someone said, when money is lost, that was Billy Graham, nothing is lost. When health is lost, something is lost. When integrity is lost, everything is lost. And that's why integrity is, there's something I call vitamin C of leadership, VITC. Vision, integrity, transparency, and competency. So integrity is so key in leadership.
Yeah.
It's very important. And that's why as a leader, you have to be a positive. So integrity is what you say is what you do. You don't say something and do something different.
Yeah.
So that's why integrity is one of the great, in fact, one of the greatest value of all. And we have to be, as leaders, we have to be people of integrity.
Integrity.
Yeah, it's very, very important. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Now let's go to the next one now. Powerful why. You know, someone said, Fred Nizich, he said that he that has a why can bear anyhow.
Yeah.
So I said a powerful why. That powerful is very important. Your powerful why must be more than you. That means it means why do you do what you do, and that represents your purpose. Your powerful why is very, very important. One of the very strong keys. That's why it's one of the keys that I pick in these 4 keys. You have to have a powerful why. Now, case in point, you know, when Mike Tyson is still the heavyweight champion, no one can beat him, no one can knock him down. Until he faced James Buster Douglas. I shared it in my book. And it was a big fight. They took it to Japan, and Mike Tyson partied all night. You know, Bobby Brown wrote in his book that he was in the party with he doesn't need to train to beat James Buster Douglas. But James Buster Douglas has a powerful why. He promised the mother, before the mother died, few days before the fight, that he's going to beat Mike Tyson. So he got knocked down in I think maybe round 8 or 7 or something like that, and they were counting 1. And when Mike Tyson knocked you down in those days, you're gone. People thought that everything was over, but at the count of 9, he stood up. What brought him back on his feet was he has a powerful heart, and he stayed in the fight until he knocked down Mike Tyson in the next 2 rounds. So why is it different from others? He has a powerful why. For instance, my own powerful why is tagged up in an acronym called HOPE, HOPE, helping other people excel.
Yeah.
For instance,
leaders,
every book I'm writing now, by the grace of God, I don't get a royalty from it. Someone says, stop talking about that. I'll talk about it because I want people to know that I don't write book for sales. I write book for change. Of recent, I went to North Georgia for a leadership retreat. Sold 54 of those books. The money went into a scholarship fund for 9 medical students that was about to be kicked out from medical school. They just finished their exam and just wrote a thank you note back.
So nice.
That's my why. That's why I do what I do. Because if your why is powerful, it will take you a longer distance than someone that has no why. So your powerful why must be more than you. The question is, why do you do what? Why do it? Because if you remember your why will help you to find a way. There will always be a way. Your why determines your way.
Yeah, and so that's why we are here. That's why we are here today, equipping people, inspiring people just to excel and achieve impact.
Exactly. That's what it's all about. So your why must be clear. It has to be clear and powerful. Powerful means it's something that is, it must go beyond you. That's what makes it powerful. If your why ends with you, it's not powerful.
Yeah.
It's powerless why.
Exactly.
So why
that's what wakes you up in the morning.
Exactly. That's what wakes me up. Every day I wake up always thinking about what change can I make in the world?
Hmm.
And that's what makes all the difference.
That's
okay,
powerful.
Let's go to the last one. The last one is N, is network nurturing.
Network nurturing. That's powerful.
Yeah. And in this network, nurturing is very, very important.
Important. Your network is your network.
How?
Okay, let's
exactly.
go.
So how do we get this network nurturing? I gave it an acronym called LIGHT.
LIGHT.
Actually, I wrote a book dedicated just to this. This book, 5 Keys for Effective Networking.
Yes, I have it too.
It's talking about the network nurturing.
And
I mentioned the L is love. The I is intentionality. The G is getting up and go. That's your energy or your drive.
Yeah.
And the H is humility. And the T is time. So let's break it down. So the first one is love. Now, love means valuing people that are different from you. If you want to be effective as a leader, you must understand network nurturing. One of the keys is you have to value people. There are so many people that you meet that they are different from you. You have to value them because God made them. Value is not based on what people do. It's based on who people are. They are God's creation. So you have to value all men. You have to value all people. Even people that you don't like, you have to value them.
You have to.
You have to value them. So value people, especially people that are different from you. It doesn't matter where they come from. If you want to be effective as a leader, you have to value all people.
Yeah.
There'll be no room.
Important.
Exactly. There should be no room for prejudice. Prejudice is actually a shortcut that people take when they don't understand someone. People just meet you. They say, you're from Africa. They meet you. You are from Asia and all that. That's prejudice. Prejudice is because people refuse to do the real work to get to understand people. So it's a shortcut for lazy people. And the same thing with profiling. It's easy to profile and be prejudiced. When you really understand people, you say, oh, you're just different. Everyone is unique. Everyone is different.
Their own way. And you have to remove your